How important is it for everyone to have Aflac as part of their life?
Well, it sounds like
it's amazing, right?
It may sound like I'm doing a commercial where, it covers
You believe in
the
it.
gaps, that we can't cover. I mean, Aflac is phenomenal, but not only are they phenomenal to, people like you and I, and thank God when I was going through my trials and tribulations, I didn't have those medical expenses that I couldn't afford, but there's a multitude of people that does. And thank God that they stand in the gap and provide for people like yourself.
What it do with the business is, people? It's your boy That Way with Jack Travis to be precise. And you know how we do, you know how we doing it. Back in the thing again, you understand me, man? Back in the building, man. I've been away for a little small, I guess, like the last week or so, but more so like the month of August, man. Apparently there's a little thing going around with YouTube in August where, interaction is significantly down. You dig me? So I kind of laid back, and at the same time, there was a lot of different little things going on in life, so gave everything a time to, settle out and all that, and I'm back. But in the midst of the time while I was gone, a lot of things happened, man. I've got some shows in the works, so we'll see what's happening in the next couple of days that may change my direction, my style, of course, for that thing. But in the meantime, college football got back on. I'll get in the comments, man. Let me know how many of you are fans of college football. Let me know where you're from, man. You know what team you represent. What you think, what's the outlook on it? Maybe perhaps your team is one of the teams that went on to victory over the weekend. Or they may have felt the agony of defeat. You dig what I'm saying? Because both things are true at the same time. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what this show is about, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big-time college football dude. Fan of the Alabama Crimson Tide, you dig what I'm saying? And I won't even care. I ain't gonna cap you down, right? Look, I'm really like a fanatic, right? Like I'm the guy that I'm caping hard for my team. I didn't have realistic expectations when we won out Nick Saban around. I ain't gonna hold you. But I wasn't just a fanatic and just thought that we were just world beaters. I would give it a thorough analysis, but big time Bama fan all my life, you know what I'm saying? But real shit, bro. I didn't like the way that the Nick Saban split. I ain't like the way that it came about. It seemed a bit too abrupt. I didn't like that we only took 2 days to complete the coaching search. I wasn't sold, and I can't say that I'm sold on Caleb DeBoer as of now. But after their first showing and seeing what we replaced players with, because we lost a lot of pieces, man. You dig? We lost a lot of pieces, and I wasn't comfortable with it, man. I thought that was a result of like a rush decision by the administrative department. You understand me? So I just went hands off over the summer. You know what I mean? I didn't care to see what recruits we had coming. I heard little tricklings and all that, but I ain't even want to. You dig what I'm saying? I was just gonna let it play out. And I said I'm gonna start watching when they kick that thing off. You dig? And I can't say that I was disappointed with much of what I saw, man. We'll get into a much thorough analysis of it here in a minute, but we're going to kick the show off. We're going to kick this countdown off with one of the most obvious stories. And I'll give you a little backstory as up to where we are now. So Mr. Coach Deion Sanders, prime time, 21. Up there in Colorado with the Buffaloes, right? Okay, now, again, if you're a follower of college sports, then you already know about some of this, right? I guess I'll hold off on the show I was going to shoot about it since I'm doing this right now. But, Deion, of course, went 4-8 last year. Now, that doesn't sound good, and that's not good. But when you consider that before, the season before that, they left the season with 1 win, it's a step up. Now, this is where the stickiness starts to come into the fray, right? Of course, the bluster and the boom and the camaraderie, you dig what I'm saying, behind the Colorado program when Prime first got there of course, was there. We do that. You know what I'm saying? We get a little extra like that for our folks, but you know what I'm saying? Let us live. You dig what I'm saying? So everybody's at the game, everybody hyping it up. You know, Deion got a lot of good bulletin board material and motivational material and cool shit for the kids to follow and to be down with Prime about it, bring back his old shoes and, you know, all this type of shit. But then they started off good and then they lost like 7 of the last 8. You dig what I'm saying? So he comes into this season off a 4-8 record, right? Now, you have beat writers out here. Now, we all know how the carousel goes. You dig what I'm saying? We know how this shit flow. You dig what I'm saying? So, you had a number of people being critical of the program and being critical of Deion. But you had one in particular that he took exception with. I want to say, let me not misquote his name. I have it written somewhere. But it was a reporter out of Denver. Local writer that had some choice words, things like, you know, Deion was the Bruce Lee of BS, and I forget some of that was one of the most notable quotes, man. But he had some, you know, he had some choice words about the program. Now, of course, they straddled the line between being, you know what I'm saying, you can kind of see what's behind it. But, you know, they tend to do that. So that's not a shock. Deion went on to take exception with him. Saw him at the next press conference. The guy went to ask a question. Deion paused him out and was like, man, you don't like us. Why you asking me questions? Bang.
Coach Sean Keeler, the Denver Post. Happy summer, my man.
You don't like us, man. Why do you do this to yourself?
Come on.
You don't like us.
Mark likes me, by the way.
Huh?
Yeah, Mark said he likes me.
No,
so
but
that's
you
one.
don't. Why do you do this, though?
No, sorry. Two-parter if I could.
No, I'm serious.
Football
Why do
question.
you do this? Like, you know you don't. Like, why do you do this?
No, it's not about that. Football question. Football question.
Why do you do this? Like, it would be hard for me to really engage in someone I don't like or something I don't like. I'm just asking why. Like, why?
Gotta pay
What
the bills,
did I
guys.
do?
You didn't do anything. It's not about that. But this is a football
why?
question.
Next day, the university comes out and puts out a statement that they won't be accepting any questions from this guy and his affiliates or what have you. And Deion had this thing with CBS. And
That's the end of that question, I guess. Next guy.
Eric Christensen with CBS Sports Colorado.
How you doing? CBS,
Tyler,
I'm not doing nothing with CBS. Next question.
Joe Rigo, Mile High
Ain't got nothing
Sports
to do with
Radio.
you. It's above that. Ain't got nothing to do with you. I got love for you. I appreciate you, respect you. Ain't got nothing to do with you. They know what they did.
I'm here in Denver, not national.
You are who you are. CBS is CBS.
All right.
Joe
Ain't got
Rigo, Mile
nothing
High
to do with
Sports.
you. I respect you. That's why I told you that. I'm looking you in the eye as a man. I respect you. I got love for you. But what they did was foul.
it's just, you know, I didn't like the looks. Because being of the demographic that you are, and then when we're talking about Deion Sanders, we're talking about someone that's in a demographic that's above all others. Deion Sanders is arguably the best athlete ever. You understand what I'm saying? This man, superiorly high-level football. You dig what I'm saying? His baseball game wasn't bad. Both sides on football, though, a la Travis Hunter. We'll talk about that in a second. So, you know, if you follow Deion back in the day, he's always been a big flamboyant personality. You dig what I'm saying? They were talking crazy about Deion. Deion used to make rap songs and all this here. You understand me? So I'm like, I don't like the thin-skinned approach. You understand what I'm saying? I'm like, come on, Deion, I would have laughed at him. I would have made him feel a fool of himself. You dig what I'm saying? And then instead of, oh, man, I ain't taking no question from you and all. Nigga, don't none of them like you, Deion. And let's be honest, I ain't gonna hold you, my nigga. Don't none of them like you. You know that. So I didn't really like his approach to, you know, feeling the heat, because at the end of the day, you know, we can say, Deion, you went 4-8, sir. If you run around asking people, do they believe at 4-8, then they have the right to say, no, we don't believe, Deion. It's just that. You dig what I'm saying? So I didn't really like the approach to it. And, you know, it's just a little thin skin, bro. You know what comes with the territory. When you're doing good, we with you. When you're doing wrong, we get to point it out. I won't even say, like, we get to point it out. You know what I'm saying? Call it what you will. But to bolster at least where Deion stands right now. You know, they came out against North Dakota State in their first game of the year, 31-26, if I'm not mistaken. Had it been a little more time, I guess if it was a fifth, everybody be drunk. So let me not say that. But the defense look like it needs to tighten up a little more. You dig what I'm saying? They've got some good DB play out there in the form of a Travis Hunter, but also a Travis Hunter that plays on the other side of the football at wide receiver. Had 3 touchdowns, spectacular catches, spectacular athlete, but will be spoiled by the time he make it to the NFL. If he thinks he's going to play every snap of the ball game for 12 games, and they say they're going to the playoffs. So you talking about 15, 16 games? Deion, listen, bro, it looks smooth. It's great. If I'm Travis Hunter, I'm trying to be a receiver from here on out. Catch me some balls, get my stock up, get ready to go and make me 30 million. You cannot play every snap of the new college football, man. This, you know, everybody got primetime facilities. Everybody bigger, stronger, faster. I'm afraid for the young man to play because he played I keep saying that because he played every snap of the game against North Dakota State. Can't do that every game. So that part of the program looks stellar. Travis Hunter doing this thing. Number 2, Young Shador. Young Shador got a nice quarterback presence to him. I ain't gonna hold you, my nigga. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you down. Bro got a nice quarterback presence to him. You can tell cuz been playing quarterback since he was in the womb. You understand what I'm saying? He was throwing footballs in the womb. No, I ain't gonna hold you. He looks smooth out there, man. Joe Horn doing good things on the offensive side. They got a little white guy running back. He was doing okay. Nothing to really write home about, though. On the defensive side, like I said, man, Travis Hunter, they got a linebacker out there, white guy running around with his head on fire. I like what he's doing out there on the field. I didn't hear Shiloh's name a bunch. Overall, the team looks better, but they don't look playoff. They don't look playoff. And save a unfortunate injury or something happened to Travis Hunter, they can cancel Christmas. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what we have with Deion, man. Don't let them folks get under your skin, bro. You where you at because you was you and being you. You know what I'm saying? Keep being you, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be cringe. You dig what I'm saying? But, you know, stick to your guns, bro. Don't duck no smoke. Don't duck no wreck, as they say, as the young folks say out here. And roll on into other football, man. Let's go down to this SEC, right? So that's my Bama squad, right? My Bama squad. Now, I'm one of these people that always find something to say. And if there's anything that I will just pick out that I wasn't happy with, it was just still kind of like my quarterback play. I love the ability and all of that, man, but I would just love to see, in my mind, Jalen Milroe's first option, if it's not an obvious home run, is takeoff. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I can see it and it's drop back every time. And from the options that I see we got out there I don't know who our tight ends are. I don't know that I saw a tight end all night. But a young Ryan Williams, a 17-year-old Ryan Williams, I should say, scored 2 touchdowns. I think he had, 150 yards, something like this year. 17 years old, man. He looks to be a nice addition, a nice piece out there. Kobe Prentice led the team in receptions last year. He back. Like we got some weapons to throw it to, so I would love to be able to take advantage of that. Now, we got a little backup, number 15 out there, got good feet. Got good feet about him to not be Jalen Milroe. And I suspect that this passing game is a little more refined. So, look like we got an option if things were to go awry. You understand what I'm saying? But overall, man, I can't say that I had any problems with what Kalen DeBoer put on the field. You know, if I'm being honest, one thing that stood out to me, on the last 2-3 years when we would come out the gate with a much lesser opponent, hell, it's liable to be 7-3 after the first quarter, 13-10 type of shit at the half. You just like, man, why I would look around the nation on these Saturdays and everybody else got 79 points on on they non-BCS opponent. You dig what I'm saying? Bama used to be piddling around, and then come the third quarter, we would go crazy. So I was impressed on how they came out smashing out the gate. You dig what I'm saying? That first quarter was a little iffy. Let me know, and I know for any people who see this, like, he just talking. The first quarter was a little iffy, but then they tightened, you know what I mean? They tightened on up. You dig what I'm saying? But they didn't give up any points. It was a 63-0 win over Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky had a quarterback, or they still have a quarterback. I don't know if they have this quarterback. This quarterback goes by the name of TJ Finley. And now, he just left a school. Matter of fact, the two schools that he left, no, this is his fourth school. I don't know about the last school. Last school was Texas somewhere. But I think this young man, if I'm not mistaken, went to LSU and Florida. Both of them, we'll get to them in a minute. TJ Finley was their quarterback. TJ Finley had these comments to say before the game. Yeah, that's what he said. Look at TJ Finley. That's what he said. Why he said that when he knew he was gonna come to the game without a hairdo? Think of this opening day of college football. You got NIL bread. You ain't got no hoes. He ain't got no hope. They would have just twisted it up or something. He at Western Kentucky with no. Look at TJ Finley. This is what he had to say about the Bama squad. And he proceeded to have a couple of interceptions and be benched before halftime. He already left 75 other schools. I feel sorry for Cuz because he obviously wants to play football badly. You understand what I'm saying? And I can sympathize with him there. I missed an opportunity at sports back in the day because, but I ain't cried about the spill milk since then. I just went on to be the boss that I'm is. You understand me? But yeah, TJ Finley had all them choice words. He came out to be gup status. I mean, absolute fuzzball in your pocket is what he was. That's TJ Finley. Speaking of the schools that he left, man. Before I get to the people that won big, because there ain't much to say about these two, but a couple things. LSU. They go down again for like the third year straight in their home, in their season opener. The Kelly man, his resume at Notre Dame wasn't, but LSU so chill. They've been so chill ever since Nick Saban left them. They hadn't been able to figure it out. The Joe Burrow year was kind of an anomaly, but they've been chill factory for real. Florida comes out and get gupped at the crib. Got gupped at the crib by Miami. Young Cam Ward came out there and did numbers, man. Junior college transfer, if I ain't mistaken, Cam Ward. Yeah. He tore Florida up down there, man. Embarrassing loss for Billy Napier and them Gators. Florida ain't on my, is Florida on my hate list now? Tennessee, LSU, Auburn, UGA. Those are the four on the hate list. I think it's a fifth one in there somewhere. But those four, Clemson. Clemson is fifth. But out the SEC, them four on the hate list. So, Florida, I ain't, we broke their heart back in the Tebow days. So there ain't really been no smoke, no pressure since then. But yeah, both of those fellas got up out of here, man. Both of those teams. Speaking of getting up out of here, Billy Napier may be doing that for Florida. And hopefully Dabo Swinney getting out of there for Clemson. Well, no, because I want him to keep losing. Even if he do leave, I don't know who's going to Clemson. Clemson was never a powerhouse in football or sports, period, I could say. They got a little flash in the pan when they had, Deshaun Watson and Trevor Lawrence and steroids, you know what I'm saying? So, they got a little, they just got to doing a little something out there. You did what I'm saying for a minute. But the last 3 seasons, everything that we have been looking for from Bible-toting, I'm gonna call him, what's his name here? Debo, what's his name here? Dabo Swinney. I'm so happy to see him getting beat. I am so happy. They got throttled, Holmes. 34-3. Georgia Bulldogs. Atlanta, Georgia. I think Atlanta, right? 34-3, man. So Dabo I don't know if his job may still be safe. The type of winning that he had them doing here not long ago, they hadn't seen that like ever. So that may have stamped his ticket for another season or two. But the way that they such laughing stocks and people just on their head, I gotta believe that. I saw a guy video yesterday. I may link it down in the bottom. He's a Clemson all-timer, and he toe into him. You know what I'm saying? Dabo was the guy that had these little comments right here.
Nobody's really asked me about Kaepernick or whatever, but I totally disagree with that. Not his protest, but I just think there's a right way to do things, and I don't think two wrongs make a right. Never have, never will. And I think that it just creates more divisiveness, more division. It's sad to me to see what's going on in this country. I think it creates more division. I think there's a better way. How about, he called press conference, express your feelings. Everybody show up, talk about it, express yourself, go and be a part of things and protest them and do. That's great. I mean, I think everybody has that right, and I certainly respect that, but I just think that this just creates more division, and that's what I hate to see. Thinking through it, and for me, we built this program on NIL. We really did, and it's probably different than what you're thinking, though. We built this program in God's name, image, and likeness, and that's how I look at it. So
yeah, I'm happy to see them getting up out of there, man. So back to some winning shit. Stop talking about these losers, man. These losers out here, where is that? They give us some winning shit. So again, Bama, man, 63-0 over Western Kentucky. Colorado, like I said, did their thing, man. Who else got Auburn? Auburn got a big win. I can't stand Auburn, but Auburn went crazy. Tennessee won big, 69-3. You dig what I'm saying? Ohio State won big. I hate them. They won pretty big. Texas won big. Vanderbilt, man. Vanderbilt snuck them a win in there, buddy, against Virginia Tech. And people in the ACC, the pundits out here had Virginia Tech to be, I guess, to come out of the ACC. You dig what I'm saying? Vandy got to them boys, though. And I said when I saw, Vanderbilt got some of that old money. Everybody can get them a player or two now. You understand what I'm saying? Now that you can literally just go and drop a bag, you can just walk in your front door. For real. You can just walk in your front door and drop a bag on your kitchen table and walk out. And it's up and it's stuck. I mean, I remember niggas just get their whole career derailed because of a tattoo. I remember I think that was Terrell Pryor. Some shit like that happened with the Peter Warwick boy back in the day. If I ain't mistaken, that's what was some what got Maurice Claret and his little trouble started, wasn't it? Like, you know what I'm saying? But it was crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Even though you knew they were doing it all the time, it's wild how they got away, or who the people that got caught, or how they got caught, I guess, because it was obvious that anybody was going, back in my days of playing ball, you dig what I'm saying? Like, you getting paid to go to school, you know what I'm saying? But now, it's perfectly legal. I don't know if you can literally just walk in with cash money, but I know it's as easy as putting it, from your business name or something like that. Your business want to give them the kid a sponsorship or what have you. But it's very easy, man. It's the Wild Wild West right now. So Vandy was able to put together some players, as is Miami, tout themselves to have the best lineup that money can buy. Ohio State plucked Caleb Downs from our team, Alabama Crimson Tide. I even say our, I don't play for the motherfucker. But he was a standout for the Crimson Tide last year. Ohio State plucked him. They got our backup quarterback, Julian Sand. I think they got one of our linemen. One of our running backs plays for Texas. Isaiah Bond, that made the big catch against Auburn, he plays for Texas now. A couple guys for Florida State running back. So, I said that to say, man, there's money all around there in the college football world, so everybody's playing good football. They have players, they have new facilities, and maybe these got some new emotions, some new motivation behind their footballing. I was of the feeling that these cats getting bread, man, and they young, and you know they were kind of lose their edge for the game. But maybe it appears that I'm wrong, man. Maybe they just better equipped to treat themselves as a business, like you hear the NFL or professional athletes, you know, do it. So, look like it's going to be an exciting year of college football, man. We got the 12-team playoff coming up. But that's where we at for week 1. Winners win and losers lose. And until then, this has been That Way with Jack Travis. I'm going to get a job soon. Boom.
Everybody talks about that, so, you know, the 5 have to work in unison, and the chemistry is such an important thing.
What is chemistry?
Y'all gonna write crap, y'all gonna write terrible stuff, and when we do great, y'all gonna write great stuff. You know, that's okay. I mean, everybody's got a job to do, it's okay. That's okay, I don't take it personal.